How to scrape 97% of the websites. Today I want to share with you the workflows, the simple and easy workflows that I use to scrape almost anything. I decided to record this video because while I was scrolling in my YouTube feed, I stumbled upon a video that a guy shared his method of scraping websites, and he got a ton of views. So I looked into it and I actually saw that the method that he's using is quite inefficient. It seems shiny because he's using Python, but it doesn't solve many situations in which the content is being rendered on the client side. So in this case, you need a different approach, and actually the simple approach and the easier approach is using the tools that I'm going to share with you. I've been using this for 5 or 6 years, scraping Amazon, LinkedIn, Shopify websites, Facebook groups, anything, and I don't recall encountering any blockages or any issues. I often don't need to use proxy rotations in order to scrape what I need. So this system doesn't require any technical skills, but it's very simple and anyone can basically get this done. It's very powerful, obviously, because you can scrape a ton of data. Whether you're doing B2B for scraping prospects, you can also scrape Apollo or any database, or whether you're doing B2C product research. If you're in the e-commerce game, you can scrape competitors, eBay, Amazon, whatever. And if you do this in a smart manner, you can also avoid being detected by the platforms or being detected by Cloudflare. Let's just dive into this. The first tool is a very simple yet powerful Chrome extension that is called Instant Data Scraper. Instant Data Scraper Chrome extension. This is how it looks like. Probably was removed already. It's this one, Instant Data Scraper. Have no idea where it was removed. Okay, so you can find it here, webrobots.io instant data. So this is how the Chrome extension looks like. Let me show you an example in the Adidas websites. Let's say we want to scrape the catalog page. So all I need to do is click the extension. It's going to select the table over here. As you can see, the URLs, the title, the price. If I'm not happy about the specific table that it chose, you can just click try another table and see now if it's a more relevant table. It's if it's fetching the data that I wanted. You can see in this instance that now it's fetching what I wanted. So the prices, the product names, etc. Now you can go down here, assuming that we have, let me just go back to the first page. Assuming that we want to scrape or extract the data from many pages, we can just let the platform know, the scraper know the location of the next button. So you hit this button, locate next button, you click this, and then all you have to do is define a delay. And defining a delay means that basically you tell the platform, the scraper, how many seconds should it wait between each scrape. So it's better to keep this random. So usually you set a range, let's say 5 seconds to 10 seconds. And then we will click the start crawling and it's going to fetch the data. You will see how it works in a moment. You see it just scrolls to the next page. This is the second page, third page, fourth page, etc. Now you can just easily download an Excel file, and you have all the data scraped at the tip of your finger. Okay, so this is the first alternative. Now you might think, okay, what happens if we don't have pagination? We have infinite scroll. So let's say I want to scrape LinkedIn, which is a bit more risky because we're risking our own account. But also here, let's do this. The Chrome extension doesn't work on LinkedIn, sorry, but it does work on Facebook. Obviously, I'm going to share with you afterwards another tool which is more powerful that does work on LinkedIn, which I use most of the times, but has like, I wouldn't say a steep learning curve, but it requires a bit more technical abilities, but it's also low code. So let's say we want to scrape the Nothing Held Back group, which is a group of marketers and direct response copywriters, etc. So let's assume that I want to scrape all the new members of the group. Click the extension. As you can see, it selected the table which contains the Facebook profile. This is not what I wanted. I want also to fetch when they joined. So I can just click here, try another table. Now it changes. You can see the name. By the way, you can write name, joined, date, URL, just changing these fields, description, etc. Now, since Facebook operates in a different manner, it operates in an infinite scroll. What I can do over here is, instead of choosing, selecting the button, the next button, I just click this infinite scroll, start scrolling, and it's going to start scrolling. You can see every few seconds it updates the table, scrolls down, updates the table, and this way I scraped thousands of prospects. Obviously, then you can easily push them to a Facebook automation tool. I specifically built my own Facebook automation tool, but you get the gist. Very easy to automate the scraping. Now, obviously, one could say that this is a bit slower than using Python. This is correct. It is a bit slower, but unless you have like huge data sets, speed shouldn't be an issue, because let's assume that I want to scrape the members of this group. Okay, so it will take me 1 hour. It's not a big deal. It's not urgent, and this way it's safer for my account. So I understand people who complain about the speed, and using Python obviously is faster, but is more risky because you're operating in a faster pace, which actually makes the platform understand that you're using a bot or you're actually scraping. Obviously, there are workarounds for this. You can use Selenium base, stuff like this, but this is a bit more technical and requires more of a setup. Okay, so this is the first tool that I wanted to share with you. Very valuable, can get, I guess, 99% of the work can be done using this tool. The other alternative, which is more powerful, is using Microsoft Power Automate. Now, before you drop the video because you don't have Microsoft installed or you don't like Microsoft, I urge you to keep on watching, because this tool is very, very powerful. And what I usually do when I set up automations and scrapers for my clients, I just buy a VPS. I use Hayonix. I think I have an affiliate link in the description. You can just buy a VPS from Hayonix. Let's say the $24 per month is way more than enough. And then you can install Microsoft Power Automate on the VPS and use it via the VPS. You can just use RDP connection, RDP, which is a remote desktop connection. You just add the IP and password, and you can just start operating via the remote Microsoft Windows that is installed on the VPS. Obviously, if you have Microsoft, you can use it from your own computer. Now, Microsoft Power Automate is an amazing tool for RPA. RPA stands for Robotic Process Automation. I've built amazing automation with this. For example, scraping LinkedIn jobs, finding specific companies that posted a specific job, then filtering out companies based on the head count, then finding the CTO or the CMO of the company, liking his recent post in like 1 day difference interval, and after liking, for example, 3 of his different posts on different days, I send them a friend request. So this can be done using Power Automate, but I don't want to get too deep into like Microsoft Power Automate, the whole tool today. I think I have in my channel like a 2 hours course, beginner's course that I did for Microsoft Power Automate. But today I just wanted to share with you how easy it is to scrape using Microsoft Power Automate. So basically what you have to do is you launch a new Chrome. All the actions are listed out here. So launch a new Chrome. I already dragged it to here. Then what you have to do is add your initial URL. In my case, it's the Adidas website with the specific query of boots. The Windows state, basically I wanted to open the browser in a maximize, not minimize, and not normal. Then I launch a new Excel. In the Excel, I'm going to save all the instances. And then I start a for loop, which basically fetches the first 3 columns in the Excel, because this is the column, the first 3 rows in which we are going to add the new data. Then we generate a random number. This is the amount of seconds we are going to wait between each iteration. Then we are extracting the data from the Adidas page. This is how it looks like. You tell Microsoft Automate which browser you want to open. Then you tell it exactly what you want to extract. The variable of the output is going to be data from web page. Over here, I'm basically writing the data from the page. So it's going to write into the Excel instance. The value is going to be data from web page. It's going to add it in a specific cell, which is going to be based on the new row, the first 3 rows, which we found over here. And then it is going to click on the next button in the Adidas web page, because we want to move to the next page, and then it's going to wait the random amount of seconds and do this again. It's going to do this 10 times because I defined the for loop to do 10 times. So let's give it a go. Run. Launching the Chrome and in the designated URL. This is the web page. As you saw, it opened Excel, and now it just starts scraping based on what I asked, which is the title and the price. Let's pause this because no need to wait 10 iterations. You can see right here, we have in the Excel the title and the prices. Let me just show you exactly how you define what you want to scrape. And this is why I love Power Automate so much, because it simplifies the scraping and you don't need to mess around too much with selectors or code or CSS or HTML. So all you have to do is you select whichever element you would like to scrape. You click the right mouse button, so extract element value. So this is an example, this is the price. And let's say we want also to extract the name of the title of the product. So extract element value. We can decide if we want to extract the text or the link inside, assuming that it has a link. And let's also scrape this thing. Okay, so we are scraping these 3 values. Now, what we need to do now is tell Microsoft Power Automate exactly which values from the next element we would like to scrape. So I'm going to select this, and it immediately going to figure out the pattern that I'm scraping, basically the price, the title, and this description, and it's going to select all of the elements in all the other items as well. So let's do this, and then we do the title, and then it's going to understand. You see, immediately it understood we're scraping the price, the title, and the description, and you can see it realizes this for all of the items. We can do something similar if we go to Amazon or eBay or LinkedIn. Let me show an example with LinkedIn. So let's go to LinkedIn. This is the link. We change the URL in the launch Chrome. We might have issues over here because it doesn't like this syntax. So what you can do here is attach to a running instance by title. The title is this is the title of the tab. Okay, as you saw, it just fetches all the open tabs. So this is the title that we want. And then we want to scrape, let's say we want to scrape the job description, the job title. We want to scrape the company. We want to scrape the location, and we want to scrape the salary. Okay, now next element. And it already understood. As you can see here, it's scraping all of these. If I want to reset and I also want to scrape the data from here, or like the company URL, let's say we want to scrape the title and we want to scrape the company URL. So we can scrape the company name, as you saw, and we can also scrape the company URL by coming here, and you see href, and then if you want to move forward, we just need to start selecting the next item and the next item and the next item. The simplest way, you can pretty much bypass 97%. This is like a number I'm inventing, but I've never encountered any situation in which I wasn't able to scrape what I wanted using the first Chrome extension that I showed you and Microsoft Power Automate. You can also start getting fancy if you want to scrape Google Maps. By the way, Google Maps is like really easy. Just using this Chrome extension. Restaurants. There you go. So yeah, the sky's the limit when you're using these both tools. I know some people prefer using Python, Puppeteer, Selenium, stuff like this. But again, the biggest benefit of using Microsoft Power Automate is the fact that it emulates human-like behavior, and it's very hard for the browsers, the websites to detect that you are not a user, that you're a bot, basically. If I encounter issues, I see like websites start to throw like captures at me, I just create like mouse movements. Hover mouse over UI element. I just, do this, make a few moves just to make us emulate as if I'm a real user, so waiting more. You can add more weights in between. You can extend the random weight, and you can just click random stuff on the website just to make the platform think that you are a real user. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today, guys. I just, it's not similar to the content that I've been uploading recently, but I stumbled upon that video of the guy sharing a method to scrape websites, which I feel is somewhat irrelevant, but he gained a ton of views, so I decided to record this video as well. Obviously, some might say that now with Anthropic introducing the new agent that can control your operating system, this type of stuff might become redundant and useless. I don't think so. I still think that using RPA tools is going to be viable in next year or so, but who knows? I don't know. Things are moving very fast and evolving very fast, but I still believe that this won't become redundant so soon. Web scraping is a very useful tool that many companies are looking for, people who can scrape and extract data, and this can be very lucrative as a profession for some of you who are interested in doing like hands-on work. And obviously, I think it's even more valuable if you just run your own business and you need to scrape data. This is the way to go. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Obviously, share your feedback in the comment section. And until next time, keep on automating.